running order that you have on your program. I'm going to give you now as concise and short as possible introduction as I can into what's happening with volunteering and volunteering strategies on a European level, and then we will move on with our keynote speaker and the other national and local case studies. So I want to just try to run through what's happening on the European volunteering strategy situation, building around CEV's 5R policy priorities. These were policy priorities that came out of the conference at the end of 2015, and you can see that we're speaking about recognition, resources, regulatory framework, real value, and about refugees. In terms of recognition, there are two main strands of policy work that are happening at the moment. The first one being the Council recommendation on the validation of non-formal and informal learning. Volunteering, as you know, is a huge source of formal and non-formal learning. The Council recommendation was approved in 2012, and all member states of the EU should have processes for recognition and validation in place by the end of 2018. So you can see that we're very close to the deadline, and this is something that we're working very hard on. There is a European inventory, which you can find on our website, of where each country is in their process towards 2018. So I would really recommend that you read what's written on that inventory and see if that's something that you can relate to or contribute to. We also have, it's not that conference, there will be a conference on the 21st and 22nd of September in Lisbon about the recognition and validation of non-formal and informal learning, and if any of you want more information about that, you're very welcome to ask me and see about attending that conference. In terms of real value, there are two big areas of work going now through with the European Commission and the European Parliament. One is the review of the financial regulations. How many of you have had to deal with European funding, European project grants? A few. You'll understand how difficult it is to adhere to all the financial regulations, all the reporting requirements, all the application requirements. It's probably not known to most of you, there is one financial regulation for the whole of the EU, from the smallest €10,000 youth exchange grant to the biggest 10 million infrastructure development grant. We're working very hard to improve the financial regulations, which would make some exceptions and some things easier for smaller grants, for smaller organizations, especially with volunteer organizations, and the possibility to include volunteer time as co-financing and co-funding. So that's one big area of work. There is also a big report and a big discussion in the European Parliament about why the EU should finance civil society at all. And this is really a very serious question coming from some political perspectives in the European Parliament, arguing that the EU money should not be used to fund civil society. This is something that us, CEV, together with our partners in Civil Society Europe, are of course trying to give the other perspective, that of course the EU should and should continue to fund civil society. So that's another thing that we are working on, particularly with the European Parliament. In terms of regulatory framework, we're still working on increased coordination in the EU across the different policy areas about volunteering. And we're looking at reviewing and discussing again the issue of a single legal status for volunteers and volunteering across the EU. Why is this happening again? Why are we able to discuss this again? The last time we could discuss this really was in 2011. Is because, and many of you might have already heard of this, the new initiative of the European Solidarity Corps. This is an initiative that was announced last September by the President of the European Commission, President Juncker. We are working with different partners with the European Parliament, with different stakeholders with the European Commission, to come up with a formal proposal which will come out on 27th of May about what the European Solidarity Corps will be. And then we will have to work with the Member States, with the European Parliament, to adjust this regulatory framework proposal in what we think is really useful and helpful for volunteering and solidarity work in general. If you want to know more information about the European Solidarity Corps, you can also speak with me or any of the team. There's a dedicated web page on the CEV website about the European Solidarity Corps. The current situation about the European Solidarity Corps is a transitional period, so don't focus too much on what's happening now. What's important is what will be the framework that will be proposed on the 27th of May. There is a big consultation next week in Brussels. I will be there, some of the CEV members will be there, and this will be pivotal to really making this European Solidarity Corps into something that will be particularly useful for all the volunteering sector. The final R that we had in our 5 Rs was about refugees, and CEV we as the European Network and the office in Brussels are working with some CEV members on the PREVENT project, and some details of that will be spoken about in the workshop on volunteering strategies for refugees. And we're also organising together with our member in Germany a conference about the contribution of civil society to refugee integration in Europe in May. And Mirko is here, who we're working with and organising the conference, and if anybody's interested in that, you're more than welcome to speak with me and Mirko. So that's just a very short overview of the key issues related to our 5R policy priority areas. It will be interesting to know how much of that resonates with what's happening on a member state level, on a local level, on a regional level. And these are all things that we can discuss as we move forward into the conference agenda. We will now hear from Adriana Ruiz-Restrepo, who is over here, who has come all the way from Colombia to speak to us about her theory and her thinking around austerity as intention. I've heard Adriana speak on this issue on a number of occasions in Brussels and around Europe when we speak exactly about the value of civil society, the value of volunteering, and particularly when we're speaking about developing strategies for volunteering, we often get asked, who are we, who are volunteers, who are the volunteer sector, what are we for? And we hope that Adriana will enlighten us with some of your perspectives about how you see this, and this will really give us a solid base to move forward to the other discussions later this afternoon and tomorrow. So thank you, Adriana.